What is up and welcome back, and today we have the performance review of the 808 3 Ultra V2. And as many of you know, this is going to be Dwyane Wade's basketball shoe line. He does make great shoes with the collaboration of Li-Ning. And let me tell you, this hoop shoe is going to perform amazing, and we're going to get into all the small little details. So with that said, let's dive right in. First of all, I do love the aesthetics. Here's a close-up so you can see all the little details. It's going to have carbon fiber on the side for that lateral support. Also underneath, you are going to have carbon fiber as a shank plate down the middle. Okay, and this right here is going to help you. Definitely, if you have weak arches. I am flat-footed for the most part, so this right here definitely going to help out. Nice and sturdy. Not just that, take a look at that heel plate in the back. Okay, very nice sizable amount. And not just that, it wraps around all the way to the side of the shoe. Just look at that. Okay, so you are going to be very protected all throughout. Okay, and also for the materials, take a close look. You can see that right there. It is going to be a synthetic type mesh material. It's not going to be super soft, right? It's not going to be the softest mesh ever. It's not going to be the most firmest or hard type of synthetic material, but it is very comfortable, something in between. And I do like that because you can tell the shoe keeps its shape. I love seeing that in a basketball shoe. I don't like when the shoe's caving in on itself. We turn around again, take a close look at all those details. You can see right here again, it's not going to be a mesh, but it's going to be a synthetic type material. You can see the pattern, how it changes direction right there in the front. That's definitely going to help out with the toe drags. Okay, you're going to like a nice sturdier material on the sides. The bumpers go pretty high as well. Just look at that. Very good again for the toe drag, and also a little bit of extra traction right here where you need it for those hard stops. Again, small little details, proudly composed by brand Wade. Okay, again, just look at all those little details along the side. Very nice. Okay, again, you're going to have a window into the interior of the sneaker. Right there, the branding for Li-Ning. Okay, but as you can tell, in the interior, you're going to have a softer mesh. Definitely when you put your foot inside the sneaker, it does feel very comfortable inside, very soft. Okay, and again, the construction of the upper, you can see it is going to be a half booty type design. Okay, all this right here is connected for the middle section, and just the tongue is going to be somewhat disconnected. Okay, you can see it right there. You can press it down. Okay, so it is going to be somewhat disconnected, and that definitely is going to help out when you're trying to get inside this shoe, because I am a wide footer and I cannot go into this sneaker just like that. If I loosen up the laces, okay, it's not going to be one of those sneakers where you can just kick off. We all know the deal when you're coming home from a couple games, hard-fought games, and then you just kick off your shoes with the other shoe. You hold it down and your feet slide off. This is not going to be the case with this one. Okay, you're definitely, if you are a wide footer, going to have to loosen up 1, 2, 3, 4 laces right here, very loose. Okay, I'll give you a demonstration so you can see what we're talking about if you are thinking of copying this one. Okay, just like that, and then you're gonna have to pull this like this. Okay, this is the only way I can get inside this sneaker right here. I have to do this to slide my foot inside, and also to slide my foot out of it. Okay, if I don't do this and it's somewhat tight, my feet didn't do a good job. It gets stuck around this area. I am wide footed. Just look at that. It has a nice base right here in the front. Okay, but it is going to be somewhat narrow right here, but comfortable once your feet are able to be inside the sneaker. Okay, so don't worry about it not being comfortable. It is very, very nice when you're wearing it. Okay, in fact, I didn't believe this, but I do have the previous version of the V2. this one right here, and when I got this one, I was amazed. Okay, I thought, man, I don't think I'm going to find another sneaker that fits so good, especially up here for the lockdown with the strap. I do love the strap a whole lot, okay, for that custom fit. And like I said, this got a very high ratings for the lockdown, and I do love it a whole lot. Again, top tier basketball shoe right here, quality traction and everything, great materials. But like I'm saying, I didn't think I was gonna find a better lockdown in a sneaker. This right here does not have a strap, but when you do put it on, it feels that it's almost an extension of your foot. Okay, it's so fitted and fits very soft and comfortable, and you feel the shoe moves even better than with the strap. So for me, that right there was already close to a 10. Right, this right here is going to be a perfect 10 for the ankle lockdown. Amazing. Okay, also, as you can tell, it does come with wires. You see this right here. So this is going to pull the shoe at the ends, pull it a little bit more towards the center, just like the laces do, right? They usually pull up here in this area, the middle section. But now with this wire, you're also getting all that right here. Okay, nice detail. And not just that, you get some of the wire right here on the ankle as well. So this is very good for stability and support. As you can tell, this is very soft, but doesn't cave in on itself. Very nice, breathable right here. A little bit more finely knit along this area, but ventilation coming through once again. Okay, whole bunch of ventilation. So this sneaker is going to be very cool, a lot of air coming through it. Okay, so you definitely like to see that if you're going to ball a whole lot. Okay, or if the gym that you play in gets hot, this one's going to be the one right here. Very good. Okay, like I said, I love all the little details with the graphics, right? Nice colors right here on the tongue. Again, it's the little details. Look at that. It just add a little something extra right there. Okay, again, look at that, the little details, the logo, the window along the side. Okay, very good quality. Love to see it. 808 in the back. You are going to need the pull tab, definitely, and it looks like you don't have one right here, but you can actually, there's an opening. Okay, so this is going to help out when you're trying to get into this one, especially if you are a wide footer. Okay, so for the sizing, if you are regular or narrow, go through the size for that performance fit. If you are a wide footer, just go a half size up. Okay, and that's going to fit very good, very comfortable. The shoe does run a little bit long, just like the previous model. Okay, so if you do own the previous model, go with the same sizing. Just look at the bottom. You are going to have this type of traction, this wave pattern. Okay, and it's very grippy. Again, another top performer. This is going to be top tier. Didn't have no problem in with some dust, right? It still grips pretty good, but you still have to wipe from time to time, right? You don't want to let the dust accumulate even if you have top tier traction, because you don't want to have a one-off. But man, this right here is all you can want for in a hoop shoe. Okay, just look at that. And also, if you like your traction to make a lot of noise, this one right here is going to give you a loud squeak. You can see that in the video. And before we close this one out, I didn't want to forget to mention that the traction, in my opinion, I feel that it's going to be best for an indoor basketball court. Why I say that? Because the grooves, as you can see, they do flex, they do bend somewhat, especially in the open areas right here. You can see how the pattern is a little bit more open. Also along the middle, okay, and in the heel, right? There's a lot of flex in these grooves. But also, with the online description, it did say it comes with Tough OS, and I feel that might be this right here, okay, because the pattern is a lot more closer to each other. It's a lot more harder to move. Okay, I feel like you can move it as much because the pattern is closer together. And that might be what they're referring to, right? It also has some of it right here in the heel. So that is going to add that longer durability and also that longer grip, okay, where it's not going to wear out as quick as this. You're going to have harder area helping you out, okay? So that's why I say I feel this shoe is going to be best for indoors. Definitely can handle any indoor court, and it stops on a dime like we talked about. But for an outdoor court, you are going to go through it and wear it down a lot faster. So if you are that type of baller, you have that type of money, and you can use a $160 shoe outdoors, go ahead, right? Because you are going to be styling, looking good, and then a shoe that can do tons of things that we talked about, right? But definitely for me, I'm going to use it for indoor court. That's where I play mostly. So let's get into the cushioning of the sneaker, and I do have the other one over here already removed. And right here around the ankle area, just look at that, very padded on the interior. This right here, very comfortable. It pretty much starts from right here and wraps around all the way to the other side. You can see that right there. The padding is going to be medium to real thick. It's kind of right here, okay? So definitely adequate protection right there in the ankle collar area. In the interior, you can see the strobo board in there. It's going to be a soft strobo board, okay? So that's nice to know. It's not going to be firm or sometimes cardboard. Strobo board is going to be very, very soft, kind of foamy. So here's a closer, you can see the details, okay? Now for the midsole, it is going to be a drop-in. This is where you're going to have, okay? Just look at that. It has some pattern on it just to help with the sock not sliding. And look how thick it is. It's gonna be full length, boom. It even says it on the side, nice amount. Just look at that. It's about that thick right there, about 1 inch, okay? So you are gonna be covered for those hard landings, that impact protection. And not just that, you are going to have a TPU plate on the drop in for that extra energy return, okay? You do get some flex to it, look at that. All right, so it is going to want to bounce back when you're taking those steps. Again, solid quality, love to see a drop in. And this, when you put it inside the sneaker, definitely it goes in very fitted, so you're not going to feel that it's sliding around. And not just that, look at that, all the little details that's going to help it stay where it needs to stay. So I did want to talk a little bit more about this system right here. You have the carbon fiber down the middle that gives you a little bit energy return, and then on the forefoot as well. So these two are going to work together in order to give you a little bit more speed, a little bit more balance, and also feel secure and stable when you're playing. Great details. And for the performance aspect of it, I did test it out thoroughly. And if you're looking for a shoe that you can jump in, this one right here, it does give you protection all throughout. I did land in the front, in the middle, and also in the heel. Especially in the heel, I try to jump as high as I could and land in the heel, because I feel there sometimes is when you can get injured, right, when you're landing awkwardly in that area. And I felt very protected. It even felt that my foot kind of sinks down into a little pocket and then slides back up. So again, soft landings, nothing where it felt too firm where I could feel energy or a shockwave going to my knees. I felt very comfortable, okay? As long as you know how to land, right? If you are a very uncontrolled player, I mean, you can get hurt in any type of sneaker, but as long as you are a player that has good balance and you can get up there and then you're landing where you need to, this shoe is going to protect you, okay? I felt, like I said, very good drop in midsole. Now with this one, I also felt very confident in getting up there, trying different acrobatic moves, and that's something I don't do that often because I am an older player. But this hoop shoe felt very comfortable, and you do get up there, and when you land, like I said, you feel that nothing hurts. So if you are a high jumper or somebody who likes to do aerial moves, this one right here is going to keep you covered. So that's going to do it for this performance review. Hopefully you got a lot of good information that you were looking for. And the price tag for this sneaker is going to be 160 USD. Now, is it worth it? I'm going to say most definitely, because this shoe is going to have you covered in almost every area, okay? The only drawback, like I said, is going to be going into it. If you are a wide footer, you're definitely going to have to sit down and unlace them all the way down to put them in and take them off, okay? But I feel that's a small inconvenience for a hoop shoe that can do everything, okay? Like I said, the aesthetics are fantastic, the materials are great, very breathable sneaker. Love the design, very sleek, has a lot of things that are going to protect you. Traction also top tier. And I didn't want to forget to mention the weight. If I recall correctly, one pair was 14.05 ounces and the other one was 14.15 ounces, okay? So the general weight for this one for a size 8 is going to be around 14 ounces, and that's slightly bit more heavier than what I like to play in. I like to play in a 12 or 13, so this one's going to be a full ounce over, which is not bad at all in my opinion, because look, great lockdown and everything we talked about. The drop in, all that energy return you get from the TPU plate in the front, and then shank plate right here down the middle, and carbon fiber on the sides as well. So it's a shoe that brings a lot to the table, something I recommend a whole lot. So that's gonna do it for this performance review. If you got something out of it, sub and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.